Hello, Mickey. Thank you so much for coming to the interview. How do you feel after the very special second game? As I said, I never seen anything like it at this stage, at this level.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't feel great losing this game because it felt like it was basically in the bag. Like the game felt very free and easy to win, and we managed to fuck it up. So yeah, it doesn't feel great. Like for sure, it's not the greatest thing to happen just when you have one more best of three to go, because it kind of ruins the confidence, I guess, that every game is going to be hard to close out. Because if you can't close out this game, then how can we actually do it against good teams? So yeah, but besides that, yeah, I hope we can figure our stuff out and in the next 2 days and make it out. Yeah.
Well, from your perspective, what do you think was the biggest fuck up in the second game? Was it the throw at the bottom tier 3 or anything else?
I mean, yeah, I think a big part is where we got flanked. Like we got TP flanked a lot and just out team fought, I guess, because every fight started with like Vi getting a one shot on Orianna and then we just lost the fight instantly. And I think we were just like very hesitant on pulling the trigger with Orianna Nocturne and just playing on side lanes. I think if we play on the side lanes with 6 grubs, for sure this game would end very fast. But I felt like we were just very scared to go and do that. So yeah, that is something we have to work on for. Yeah.
Let's jump to the first game a bit as well. It seemed like you are playing proactive composition, you are back to playing early to mid-game strategy. What brought you to that?
Well, I guess we just kind of played Orianna Nocturne because it's just like a strong combo and we had a lot of success with it, just in general. And many teams that did had very good success with it. We kind of picked Draven just because it had a strong lane and we felt like our scaling is good enough with Orianna Nocturne and Jax. So we just had like the early pressure from Draven and he got pretty ahead early. We got some grubs as well, but I think similarly we didn't really play well around their tempo and actually pressuring the side lanes when we could. So yeah, that's kind of when we faltered.
When it comes to you, this series, you were pretty unlucky with the early game timings. You died the first one, both games. How do you feel about it? Do you feel more pressure in the game after that? Do you feel more dizzy, maybe?
Yeah, I mean, the first game especially, when they were just waiting in the bush, it caught me a bit off guard because it just felt like kind of random that they will be there without even late invading us. So that was for sure weird. And then the second time, I think it was actually a fine death because that death meant that we get grubs for free because Ari used ult for it. So that one I didn't mind as much. But yeah, it looks like they were out to get me with the Ari Vi. Yeah.
In terms of you as a team, as a strategy, it seemed like you are going through a transition from early to mid-game team to the late-game team. It seemed like even in LEC you were trying to do so, you were trying to train the late-game stages. Is it so?
Yeah, I mean, we worked a lot on our mid-game and usually we are quite smart about how we play with side lanes and how we allocate our resources. So sometimes our early game suffers from that because last year we just focused mostly on early game and we just played like early game comps and just try to win the game in like 5-10 minutes. But now we mostly just like play for scaling and just make sure we have good macro. But yeah, a lot of times it happens that we kind of choke or are like nervous, so we forget to do that, especially this series. I felt like we were just grouping mid 24/7 and not achieving anything with it. And it was similar against Weibo as well, so it's for sure something we have to work on if we want to make it far this tournament.
What will be the team you wish to avoid in next BO3? Because there will be BLG maybe, there will be maybe Weibo as well. Is there a team you wish to avoid at all costs?
Yeah, I guess BLG will be good to avoid. I think they are pretty good and yeah, I think we need more time to get our shit together. So yeah, avoiding them and getting a win would make it so we have more time so we can prepare for best of fives. Because I do think we have a lot of potential, but yeah, I think we're kind of not sure if it's slump, but we're just not that great right now. Yeah,
I'm sure it's just a slump. What do you feel about LEC Arena and about playing Worlds here? Aren't you a bit tired of this place, a bit tired of this small crowd, a great crowd,
sure,
but small?
Yeah, I mean, for sure it's like weird playing from here because it doesn't really feel like it's Worlds, but yeah, at least we are used to stuff here, so we like our preparation is very similar to how we usually do it throughout the year. So at least that's the good part about it. For me, I don't really care too much about where we play. So, but yeah, usually it's nice to have like a big crowd and like a big stadium. It's more hype for sure, like goosebumps kind of moment. But here, just like I guess it's kind of playing from home, so that's chill.
Isn't a routine a bit of a problem for you because it's the same place, same training routine, or did you change anything in terms of preparations, in terms of training?
No, we kind of just do the same thing as we do the whole year. I mean, for me, I don't really.
So you trust the process?
Yeah, I guess. I mean, for me, I don't really get affected if I do my routines or not. Like, for me, just whatever. I kind of just go with the flow and adapt. Like, if I can't do something that I usually do for the routine, it's like whatever. I think it doesn't really affect me because I don't do anything specific to prepare for the games. I just kind of do whatever we do as a team, like breathing and walking outside and all that. So for me, it's kind of whatever. Yeah.
Still, you look like the best Western team there is, even after FlyQuest, or do you not think so after yesterday's games?
I think we're kind of bad, yeah. So
FlyQuest is better?
I think FlyQuest is better, yeah. But we'll see in the next 2 days.
Yeah, we'll see. Do you feel the pressure of the whole Europe now watching you, since we kind of lost the hope for Fnatic? We lost the Mid-Lions already. So all Europe here at the home crowd, at the hometown, is cheering for you.
Yeah, I mean, it is for sure a bit of pressure. Especially because other EU teams have not been doing too hot either. Yeah. So it kind of feels like it's all on us. But yeah, it's definitely hard, especially when we have bad performances like this, to keep on, being confident. So yeah, I guess we'll see how it goes in 2 days. And I think if we can show good performance there and win, I think we have a good shot. Otherwise, it sucks.
So for the last question, shit happens, you lost the series, no matter now. So you think you still have a chance to win Worlds, you still have a chance to improve, to compete with teams like Hanwha, teams like T1, teams like BLG?
Yeah, I mean, I think we can, especially if we, fix our stuff. I think as of right now, we're not in the form to win it, yeah, that's true. But I think we have a lot of potential, and looking at other teams, I never felt like anyone was like really insane or really unbeatable. Like, for example, last year, I feel like there was JDG that was like really fucking good. So they were like for sure a very tough team to beat. But this year, I feel like there's not any team that is like above the rest or just like much better. It feels like everyone is just kind of like fine. So yeah, at least that is the hope that I have, that everyone just stays like kind of medium and we actually improve, because right now we're pretty bad. So yeah.
We hope to. Sorry, I forgot one last question because I'm doing a little survey. What do you think about the swap meta? You personally, as a support, does it fit you? Is it more fun in the early game, or is it obnoxious?
For me, it's more annoying because I enjoy laning. I think laning is just much more fun. I think swaps are very telegraphed, and it just makes it so you have to decide correctly as a team, as 5. But usually, I'm more of like an instinct player, so it's easier for lane to play on instinct and get good trades and get good plays off without the map being like weird, and like jungle pathing is like more normal. So you can kind of focus on what is actually going on and predict stuff, but in swaps everything is a bit more unpredictable. So I guess that's the annoying part, but also allows for more creativity. So in a sense it's fine.
Thumbs up, thumbs down.
But right now I'll just say thumbs down because I like laning more.
Okay, thank you so much, Mickey, and good luck for the rest of the tournament.
Thank you.
Thank you so much, Mickey. Great.